As long as there's a remote control, there will be somebody pressing buttons and I'll just be moving as required. A speaker is not there for himself or herself. A speaker is there for the members of parliament and the people of Uganda, because that house belongs to the people. So I am now calling upon the citizens of Uganda, please start calling your members of parliament and advise them that you will be waiting in 2031. Right now, they are abusing the citizens of Uganda because my rating has not gone below 70% among the general public. Even if you go now to that garage, you, the media, just go to the garage and ask them, who would you vote for speaker? They will tell you Norbert Mao. But these are the people who voted for those MPs who are now abusing them. The Baganda say, omukadde kwatira kumereye. That will be in 2031. For now, they have forgotten who sent them to parliament. So every new member of parliament, every member of the 12th parliament should ask one question. What do my voters want? Lastly, the most important thing that came out of Changkwanze is that finally the president has repeated that adui number one is corruption. So, if you have someone who has been identified with corruption, it only means that that person will attract also the corrupt. The president went further by even calling out Honorable Cisse Namuju, who is one of the top campaigners of the incumbent speaker, and asked her, how many days did you spend in prison? And said, you know, this one I arrested her. But now she's my friend because she has given me information about other thieves who I'm now going to tackle. What message does that send to you? So if you say you are fighting malaria, can you be a friend to mosquitoes? Also, if there is somebody with a stench of corruption, you know, a stench will attract flies. And if you, however much you spray the flies, the only way to get rid of them is to remove the stench and throw it away. The flies will follow it wherever it will go. This is what I witnessed in Changkwanze. And I repeat, this is really not so much about me. That's why I'm rather relaxed, because I'm not very desperate. There are those who are saying that Mao is using this to bargain for a bigger position. Being a minister is a very big position. But also, a minister serves the president. I don't do my job. I do the president's job as a minister. As a matter of fact, on the 12th, we are handing over to the permanent secretary. All ministers are handing over to the permanent secretary. And then you wait for the president to form his government, because he's the one who has executive power. So why do people talk as if they must die in a particular position? It is up to the president to decide. For me, I'll remain member of parliament elect. As member of parliament elect, I'm ready for anything, because appointments to the cabinet are a prerogative of the president. He is the one to decide who he wants to assign what position. But I think he saw in me something, and that's why he kept that position vacant for 1 year. So I listened to very good lectures in Changkwanze. I also lost some weight. The Patriotic Front has reduced a bit. Though I never spoke, it is as if I was the only one attending the retreat in Chankwanze. Why? Because citizens also like fairness. They saw that I was really being fought unfairly. And they also did not like the insult that was thrown at me, that the speakership is somebody's bedroom. So you citizens of Uganda, do you agree that that seat is somebody's bedroom, really? No. That is Kamanyiro. You cannot say the speaker's chair is your bedroom. It is not. That is being okwepanka wana kuluba. DP NEC members are being called. Come and have a meeting with the speaker. She will give you money. And they are being called by DP leaders. There is a meeting. This so-called DP at heart. I mean, it is the most embarrassing season. And it just shows that we really lack ethical leadership. In fact, I will share a 2 million shilling mobile money gift to an outspoken opponent of the speaker, who now has somehow kept quiet. The fight which has been launched because I simply stood like this. In fact, I've done nothing. All I've done is to say, I am taking a stand and I'm not retreating. I've not done anything. I've not given anybody any money. I've not tried to threaten anybody. I've simply taken a stand. But by simply standing, I've shaken the foundations of corruption in Parliament. I will send a screenshot of this person who instantly received 2 million shillings from the speaker. Anybody who is a strong supporter of Mao on social media is being approached. There is money. This is your time. Come and eat. I mean, is that the country that we are building? It goes back to what you said about secession. Why do people go to exile? Even our president left Uganda. Does it mean he did not love Uganda? Because he could not tolerate Amin. He just said, I love my country, but for the time being, let me run away. So why should we tolerate circumstances in our country which makes it impossible for us to live in our country? So anybody who is active on X or on TikTok in defense of Norbert Mao is being approached, threatened, hunted, offered inducements. I would even give you names. But I've already told you about NEC members of DP who are being called. Denounce Mao, denounce Mao. But denounce him for what? Since when has the position of speaker been debated like this? Never in the history of Uganda has this position been debated almost at the same level with the presidential race. Because Ugandans have been told that we must fight corruption in parliament by the president. And I'm the anti-corruption flag bearer.